What is up? Welcome back to another episode of Figures and Fandoms. Once again, I will be sharing with you today a badass collectible that's been sitting on my shelf for over a year. It is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the First Turtles 2-pack by NECA. Now, I believe I was at Comic-Con in San Diego when this dropped on the NECA website, and there were limited quantities, and I was nowhere able to jump online and get this because I was probably, I don't know, in between offsites or panels or wherever the hell I was. But a good friend of mine knew that I might not be able to jump online and get this, so he got it for me, unbeknownst to me, because he's just an awesome friend. And shout out to you. I won't mention his name just for privacy reasons and because I didn't ask his permission first, but he knows who he is. This is so badass. You can actually leave this on your shelf because this outer part is a sleeve and there's a window box inside. I'll show that to you in a sec. So if you want to leave this on your shelf and display it, you can. I don't have a lot of shelf space, which is why I am an in-the-box collector. Otherwise, I would be more of an out-of-box collector and have everything on display. But it's just easier to stack boxes on top of each other. Anyways, let's give you a little tour of the outer sleeve. So right away, you can see this is a lenticular, and it changes from full color to black and white like the OG Turtles. And then if you move it again, I believe they change expressions and poses. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty cool. Now, I don't even remember these sketch turtles back in the day. This is before they all got names and that there were 4 different ones. So I believe these two each have like 2 sets of weapons. So you might see, like, for example, this guy has a Donatello bow. He's got the katana for that Leonardo eventually gets. But he also has like nunchucks on his forearms, and so does this guy. So they don't have names at this point. And I believe they're just tricked out with everything because like there's see, he's got this guy's got the sai and the katana. So yeah, these are really early renditions. I think this is when Eastman and Laird were still figuring out and refining the designs. Okay, this is a slipcover like I mentioned. So here's the actual box. Very cool. And here is that front window display that I was talking about. This is amazing because you can just put this on your shelf like this if you don't want these out of the box. And let's just take a look at the box art. Boom. See, full color. These are some photos of the figures. Some other characters right here. And then there's the side part there, side view. And then once again, we have this. As you can see, they each have 2 heads, so you get different expressions, and they're all tricked out with the weapons. You can see that they have the nunchucks molded to their forearms, but they also have, like, this is kind of clever, the spinning nunchucks. This looks like a bow and a tonfa and another nunchuck, I believe. All right, cool. So let's get into this. So the first thing is this accessory pack that comes taped with like clear Scotch tape to the back of the figure's tray. And there is another protective tray here. You see there's these binding ties here to keep this top layer on there to keep everything from falling out. You see all the different hands. There are the pair of sais, the pair of katana, and then the nunchucks. And that's a real little chain there. That's pretty awesome. I'm not going to open all that right now. I just want to get to the main parts of the figures. Okay, before I get to the figures, here's the tray without them. They were tied in with about 4 or 5 ties each. And then here are the accessories here. I'm not going to take all these out right now, but here you can get a better look at the heads, the spinning chucks, the chain chucks, the bow, and the tonfa. Okay. Why one tonfa? Not sure. There should be a pair. But let's get to it. Look at this beefy boy right here. Look at that. Okay, this is how he stands. And go ahead and give you a 360. I like how his bandana is kind of like stuck in the air like that. Anti-gravity. I love the little cartoon details, little like lines and things like old school comic book for the shading. Let's check his articulation. Okay, so he can do that. Let's see. Does he have bendy elbows, I wonder? Yes, he does. He has bendy elbows. There, and then his head. This is cool. He can crane his long, turtley neck like this. So he's got he can do lots of things, lots of expression and expressive positions here. The legs can turn out like this. Let's see. Does he have knees? I don't think the knees bend or anything like that. Let's see. Nope. Knees don't bend. So these chucks, they slide. There's a peg that kind of like slides up into the wrist. Kind of a tricky deal. I don't know if I would mess with that too much. It's not a peg per se, but more of a, it is a peg, but not like a circular peg. It's like a, gosh, I don't know what you would call that. It's like a tab. It's almost like a tab. And it did come off when I was taking this big boy out, but I stuck it back in there. There are real chains on the ends of these things, but these are like molded together. They're not like the loose chucks that you see in the regular accessories. Okay, here is the skinnier guy and the smaller guy. Here's a full 180. Here's his tail. His tail's a little bit longer, it seems. He's much lighter in terms of weight. There's his articulation. He's got that going for him. He's got the elbow joint. Let's see. Elbow joint moving. Yep, there it is. The hands move. Twist at the wrists. Same neck and head articulation. This is really cool. Okay, cool. I really like this set. If you are a turtle fan and you like that OG sketch look, you might want to pick these up if you can find them. You might have to find them on the aftermarket though. I'm trying to see if they have bending knees. It looks like they have bending knees, but I cannot tell. It doesn't look like it. And if it is, it's not moving for me, so I don't want to force it. They are articulated at the ankles, so you can do a little foot movement there. Very cool. I like these old school turtles. Very cool. If I had shelf space, which I may increase my shelves, we'll see, I would leave these guys out. Very cool cartoon look. NECA did a great job on these. Once again, shout out to my bro for getting these for me. And I know it's about time that I opened these up and you know, displayed them or played with them. All right. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that unboxing. Click like, subscribe, comment down below. Stay tuned for the next Figures and Fandoms video or one of my other videos. I have a bunch of playlists where I talk about different topics. And until next time, cowabunga, dudes.